In recent weeks, Prince Harry has revealed unprecedented insight into life behind palace walls. His tell-all memoir, Spare, chronicled his life within the royal family and subsequent exit in great detail, while interviews in both the lead-up to and the wake of the book's publication have delivered further bombshells. Now royal experts have suggested both Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, will spend some time out of the public eye, retreating to give themselves time for reflection. Russell Myers, co-host of the Pod Save the King podcast, has predicted that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will now fade off into the background. Speaking on the most recent episode of the podcast, he said if the couple have got any sense, they will have a period of reflection until after King Charles III's coronation. He referenced Omid Scobie's recent appearance on BBC Radio 4's Today programme last week, during which he suggested that the Sussexes may retreat from the public eye for the rest of the year. Mr. Scobie, the co-author of Finding Freedom, said the frank honesty of Harry's memoir Spare is the result of a man who for all of his life hasn't been able to share a word of it. Should Prince Harry attend King Charles' coronation? Prince Harry is expected to be invited to King Charles' coronation on May 6 despite making a series of allegations against the firm in his memoir Spare. Yet a royal source has claimed the Duke of Sussex will find a reason not to attend, as making an appearance would be very hard after recent claims. So do you think Harry should attend the coronation? But he added that there is no longer much else to say, and so indicated that royal watchers may see a shift in the coming months. I think this is Harry finally wanting to put his voice on the historical royal record, Mr. Scobie said. Of course, that does come with some downsides for those who have been part of his journey. We heard some sort of really startling confessions and stories about members of the royal family, particularly when it comes to Camilla and her relationship with the press. This is really just Harry pulling the curtain back on it all. We're actually getting, I guess, the look behind palace walls that we've always wanted. When asked whether he gets the impression that Harry and Meghan intend to continue offering insight into the royal family, he said he believes the couple have to be quite careful right now, explaining there has been a lot of focus on their private life recently and their brand has been very much about drama and a soap opera that has been played out in a public forum. I think we're going to see, for the rest of this year, a couple retreating from a lot of what we've seen over the last few months, he said. They've both shared their sides of the story. Harry more in many, many ways, in more ways than we could have ever imagined. There isn't really much else to say, and so I think we will see a shift in the months ahead. That said, when it comes to talking about reconciliation, that is very difficult after the amount that he has shared in this book. In interviews released in the lead-up to Spare's publication, the Duke insisted he was hopeful for a reconciliation, particularly with his brother Prince William, and father King Charles III. He said he wants accountability and an apology from his family, but claimed they have shown absolutely no willingness to reconcile since his and Meghan's exit from the firm in January 2020. He revealed that he wants to sit down and have a proper conversation about this, and said he wants his brother and his father back. The royal family have not responded to Harry's comments, instead carrying on with public engagements. Charles met with community groups in Scotland just days after the fallout from Harry's book, while William and his wife Kate, Princess of Wales, visited Liverpool to officially open the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. However, it has been reported that a reconciliation meeting will happen in the months ahead and needs to take place before the coronation on Saturday, May 6. Speaking to the Sunday Times, a source said, "It's going to take flexibility on all sides, but it can be done, it's fixable. It needs Harry over here, in the room with the King and Prince of Wales, a couple of other family members, some of his people he trusts who always had his back, so he doesn't think he's being ambushed. Someone like Elf, Elaine Fox, Harry's former private secretary, and Christopher, Lord Guyte, the late Queen's former private secretary who advised the Sussexes. Both sides need to hold their hands up and admit we didn't get everything right, and we got a lot wrong, and we have to say to him we understand the pain you've been through. The King can do it." Much has been made of whether Harry and Meghan will be invited to the King's coronation. While some have claimed the US-based royals will receive an invitation, others have argued the couple will not be welcome. A royal source told The Independent, "The family will extend the invitation, but it would be very hard for Harry and Meghan to be there given everything that has been said in the interviews and the book. The family expects Harry and Meghan to find a reason not to be there." Similarly, Mr. Myers said he sees no way back for Harry and doesn't believe for a second that the prince will attend the coronation, regardless of whether he receives an invitation. Another source suggested the royal family fears that extending an invitation would risk private conversations becoming public. They told The Sun, "There have been discussions among the family, including Edward and Anne. They do not want private conversations at the coronation making it into the paperback edition of Spare." Harry was asked directly whether he would attend the coronation during his interview with ITV's Tom Bradbury. But the prince dodged the question and said, "A lot can happen between now and then." In an interview with the Daily Telegraph last week, the Duke of Sussex acknowledged that his family would find it hard to forgive him. "Some of the stuff I've put in there, well, they will never forgive me anyway. But the way I see it is, I'm willing to forgive you for everything you've done."